up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to Sixers Postgame. We are reacting to the Sixers' first Summer League game of 2024, a 102-92 victory over the OKC Thunder. Man, just a wildly positive game for the Sixers. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk grades. We're going to talk top takeaways. Joining me, he is Rob Langy. We'll give him a shout out at Philly_Menace. What's good, Rob?
Listen, with all the positive Sixers news, it was fun to actually watch some Sixers basketball, even if it was with these other guys, the young guys, the guys that are trying to make the team. And, you know, for the first Summer League game, as always, you had the guy I fell in love with, the guy I saw what I wanted to see out of, and the other guy that I was like, okay, he's got something. So excited to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we're getting this. Yeah. I was joking before we went live that, you know, this might be a short show, but we have a lot of reaction and overreaction to talk about. Also joining us, he's Ryan Reese. Go give him a shout out at Philly Sports PSA. What's good, Ryan?
Not much, man. Ready to talk some young Sixers. It's a lot of fun.
It's a party tonight. We also got Mitch in the house. What's going on, Mitch?
What is up, man? What is up? Just did a live play-by-play of the game. Had around 200 people join me. It was a hell of a game. Ricky Council, man. Give this guy a contract. Let him play.
He's got a contract. He's not going anywhere.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
He's going nowhere. In fact, the only fucking place Ricky Council better be going is Philadelphia, because I've seen enough. That guy is freaking good at basketball. Also joining us, he is Sean Bernard. What's up, man?
Yeah, tough to complain about that one. It's a pretty good start to the vibes of Summer League. A lot to like from that one from a lot of guys. I'm pretty much impressed from top to bottom on the roster there. So shout out to this young Sixers team.
Guys, if you're watching us live, please be sure to comment. I'm trying not to gush. Philly Special Card says, let's go. Greeny Green says, I'm pushing a Ricky Council should start. The two agenda, who is with me? Oh, my God. The amount of wins this Sixers roster suddenly has is pretty freaking nuts. But let's lead off with Ricky Council, who stole the show there in the fourth quarter. Not one, not two, not three, I think he had 5 3-pointers in that fourth quarter.
And some were deep.
Deep. Step back, he was cooking, man. He was kind of forcing it, especially in that first half, which is fine. It's Summer League. Who the hell cares? But at the end of the day, I thought his defense was solid. I thought he was impacting the game in multiple ways, just like we love Ricky Council to do. But anybody want to talk about Ricky Council?
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest with you. When I went into the game, one of the things, my number one thing to watch for was I want Ricky Council to stand out so that we can start talking about him getting decent, good minutes for this team come the regular season. And for 2.5 quarters, 3 quarters, I'm sitting there going, damn it, he's pressing. You know, the shot doesn't look great. He's like getting mad at the team, like rather than. And then all of a sudden it was like, what the hell woke his ass up in the fourth quarter? But, you know, that's what I want to see from Ricky Council in Summer League, because you need to stand out if you're going to be counted on for big time minutes come the regular season. And he did that in that fourth quarter. I mean, that was huge tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the 3-point shot. Like we talked about this with me and Sean during our preview. Like, is the shot real? He was outstanding last year. Can he be consistent in 2025? And wow, just went off. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, and I also don't think we should brush over that he struggled as a shooter in last year's Summer League, and he talked about it even in his exit interview, how his confidence really took a dive from that, like leading off in Summer League there. He started tonight 0 of 4 from 3 and then proceeded to knock down 5 3-pointers in that fourth quarter. And also one of the craziest heat checks I've ever seen, in which was some form of like double step back around. I don't even know what he was going for there, but he earned the right to shoot that because the man scored the first 17 points for the Sixers team in the fourth quarter and then some after the fact. So you want guys to be standing out. You want him to look like he's better than this level for the guys that are on guaranteed deals. That's exactly what he was, even way above what my expectation or hope was for Ricky Council IV. So shout out.
Yeah, he's incredible. I mean, when you consider this guy's like a 91st percentile driver at the basket, like, and if he's that, if this guy's the real deal when it comes to spacing the floor, man, he's got to get on the court. Anybody else have any thoughts on Ricky before we get to some comments?
That dunk he had open in the paint with the right hand.
Windmill. Oh God.
That
God.
was it.
It was at that point where I was like, I'm done.
The
Send him
stare
home.
down too.
I don't want to see him. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sean. I know you're going to Vegas, Sean, but he shouldn't be there. He should not be there. He's too good.
You know who I hope you see in Vegas, Sean?
Who's that?
Dibes, I can't believe we haven't discussed this. My guy is back in the Sixers organization. You know I'm the biggest Tony Bradley fan there is in the world. And he's back. We got him back. I was so disappointed he wasn't there today.
Yeah. I did bring up your love for Tony Bradley on the preview show. I did. Larry says Ricky's body control and strength was on full display. He got to the line at will, as he always does. The shot is not a fluke. McCain is probably the most confident rookie I've seen in years. We're going to talk about McCain next. McCain played at a nice pace tonight. Didn't know he had the ball skills like that. That was exactly what we were hoping to see when it comes to his playmaking. And, man, we got a nice initial glimpse of it against the OKC Thunder. I don't care if it's Summer League. Nobody's going to be talking about Don Connect anymore. I love it. Damn Jaylen Brown. I mean, Ricky Council was cooking. Check out the Bunny Ranch in Vegas. They have good wings.
Can't confirm. Can't confirm.
Oh, man. Let's get into some Jared McCain, because Jared McCain, in true Sixers fashion, 41% from three in college, comes to Philadelphia and 0 of 6 from three. It is what it is. But listen, he was outstanding. You love to see the ball in a string. You love to see kind of the change of pace, him attack the basket, finish at the rim. He had 15 points, shot 6 of 15 from the field. But, yeah, 2 steals. He was making some hustle plays. He was out there, and I thought he looked very confident. I thought the swag that we saw at Duke translated immediately to the Summer League. Who wants to talk about Jared McCain? I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a mature, grown-up basketball player. Like, he's well beyond his years. You just feel confident with the ball in his hand. I would have liked to see him a little bit more on ball. I thought Jeff Doughton took most of the reins for a large portion of this game, but there still were some nice reads that I was intrigued by. That alley-oop to Bona in the first half was that one stood out to me for so many reasons. But seeing McCain make the read, execute the pass, and obviously Bona go up and get it and slam it down, that screened is probably the play of the night before Ricky Council went to town and took over late in that one. But I thought McCain, his ability to get people on his hip and use that as leverage. He's not an overly off the page athlete by any regards, but he's just super aware, super under control. His spatial awareness is awesome on both ends of the floor. And I was really impressed with the way that he got to the rim pretty much at will tonight, which isn't something that was noted as one of his larger, strong skill sets here. So I thought it was a really good start. He's got plenty to build off, and I think there'll be better Jared McCain performances. But overall, I was really impressed with tonight. And he's just a composed, mature dude that is ready for the moment.
Dude, I thought he competed on defense. You know, he distributed well. I thought he got to the rim at will. We already know he can shoot. I could care less about the 0 of 6 from 3-point range, but the steal and then the dish to Judah Mintz for the dunk, man.
Yeah.
That hustle, that's the play that's going to get him on the court early on his rookie career season. Anybody else have any thoughts on McCain? Where did Rob go? Did we just lose Rob?
Yeah.
He
was so excited that he just couldn't.
He was upset that Tony Bradley was not there.
Yeah, but this is it, Quentin. I want to see. Yeah. We want to see playmaker McCain, and I thought we had a fun glimpse of it tonight.
And for what it's worth, Doughton will only be here for the Salt Lake City, so Vegas might be a platform where we see that a little more.
I like that because that ball really goes through his hands. Go ahead, Mitch.
And the circus layup, the up and under underneath that was just beautiful.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't give him credit attacking the rim. He's got a very creative layup package. No one talks about that. So people got to start recognizing his layup game.
Yeah. That he seems just smooth. Is that an appropriate word? Smooth with the ball in his hands. He's not a burner, but he definitely can get by his man, no doubt. Jared McCain learning from Embiid and Maxey. Young Shizzy says we need a power forward. We'll get there, man. Judah Mintz. I thought his athleticism was a major standout. He was clearly excellent at getting to the rim. Any thoughts on Judah Mintz?
Yeah, that's one of my guys I had my eyes on coming in, and he lived up to it to an extent. That's a guy I have very much in my mindset for possibly that two-way spot. I think he's got a real strong case for it. Still want to see a little bit more. We will obviously see how the summer league goes from there, but I think he's the type of player that's worth taking a swing on, that showed enough in college. Looks like he has that enough athleticism to pop. I wish he was a little bit bigger, but I still really liked what I saw from him. So definitely was impressed by Judah Mintz and think there'll be a even better games from him as well. But I think we're kind of scratching the surface there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Let's get into, I think, one of another winner of tonight for sure is Adem Bona. He played 24 minutes, 7 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He was a +4. He looked better than I thought he would. I mean, I already knew the athleticism was real, but he was disrupting plays on the perimeter, inside the paint. He was rim running to the basket and looked incredible on the one alley-oop from McCain. Truly, truly impressive verticality there. And anybody have any thoughts on Bona?
Just a young DeAndre Jordan. That's what I'm keep on telling people. Just the lob city, just like with the shooting and stuff. It's just a young DeAndre Jordan, and I love it, man. McCain and Bona in the future, I'm liking that out for that layup, out for that alley-oop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are comparing him to Ben Wallace.
Yeah. I went in with kind of more of a DeAndre Jordan, Clint Capella kind of mindset. I think there might be more there, that there was a little bit of him putting the ball on the floor, some dribble handoff reads, stuff like that I'm pretty intrigued by. I think like there's a world where he grows into more than just like a rim running and shot blocking center. And you know, that's a pretty good place to start. So I was really impressed with him. I do think that we can get some like legitimate minutes from Bona. Those games where it'll be the non-Joel Embiid games where Drummond is starting. I think he's absolutely going to be in the running for that backup center role. And I think that there will be certain matchups in which it would be advantageous to use Bona instead of Drummond there. So I'm intrigued by that. So very impressed with day one from him.
My favorite. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
I was just going to say, I came back right at the right time because when I aforementioned the player I fell in love with tonight, it was Bona. He's just a man. He obviously has some things he's got to work on. He's got to slow himself down sometimes around the rim. You saw him kind of rush shots, but my God, I did not know much about him, but I didn't. He is a physical specimen. And exactly what Sean said, he may be a guy you see kind of go both down to the blue coats, but then come up specifically in those games that you're not going to have Embiid and get some of those minutes. I was very excited watching that guy play because he was so much stronger than I realized.
Yeah. Brian says McCain plays like Brogdon, Andre Miller. He was giving me some like Kyle Lowry vibes, the way he was getting to the basket. Yeah. McCain plays some bully ball in the post. Trending into AM, my man Phil says, you sickos doing summer league post games, man.
You goddamn right we are.
This is some of the most fun post game shows of the year. I don't care.
There's no stress. There's no stress.
There's no stress at all.
It's so much fun. Bona is a young man child. Aluma. We're going to talk about Aluma very soon.
Aluma, yes.
That guy needs to be on a two-way immediately. Justin Edwards, tentative. I was a little shocked at how just passive he looked on this squad. If there was a loser of tonight, it has to be Justin Edwards. Anybody? Any thoughts on Justin Edwards?
Yeah,
agreed.
And it's a bummer.
I think the fans were losers tonight because we didn't get to see Tony Bradley play, but that's just my opinion.
Oh my God.
It's especially a bummer about Edwards. This is the type of setting that I was intrigued to see him in, that he does feel like more of a pickup game, athletic guy that just wants to get after it. And it felt like it didn't fit him at all. So I'm concerned. My red flags are raised a little bit. Obviously, it's one game. We're not writing the kid off just based on that. But this is a dude that has the pedigree that I do have a belief in. So hopefully it's better come game 2.
Was Tony Bradley inactive? I don't know.
I'm guessing that he may be one of the guys they saved for Vegas. he may play out in the Vegas Summer League. I don't know what they're doing. He didn't play tonight, though. I know that.
Justin Edwards finished with 0 points in 18 minutes. He had an assist, a steal, and 0 of 2 from the field. That is called the Tobias special. And that's what it is.
Damn, guy leaves town and he ain't out of the town 2 minutes, and Dobbs goes after his neck. Jesus.
I call it as it is. Edwards was lost. Rob is tonight's loser.
Yeah, but people are coming at me tonight, dude. I didn't say anything yet.
It was a very successful game one for sure. Give Bona a max. Nobody does Tobias like Tobias. I'm a loser for tonight because I'm all the way bought back in. I love the positive vibes around the Sixers, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a nice off season for him, and then the first time you see any of their players on the court, it was a successful night, I think, for most of those guys. So it's just been a lot of positivity. Of course, it's all happening when it's not the regular season or postseason, but hopefully this is a sign of things to come.
No quitting. Oh man. The Bona jokes are in full effect.
I can't wait to see the signs at Wells Fargo this season.
Oh, yeah.
So many people are getting their signs taken from them. It's great.
I think Q already had the comment of the night.
Yes, I agree.
I shouldn't say it out loud since you didn't post it up, but
wait.
Just in case there's children watching.
Oh no, he posted it up. It just wasn't up for a long time.
Oh really? I messed up.
About me and what's something that I love. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was along those lines. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys think Nick was paying close attention to Ricky?
Better have been
100%.
Good.
Absolutely. And then Brian says, I mean, fellas, it's so positive because our rookie players usually get smoked in the summer league. Let's talk about a guy that Sean, you were really high on coming into this. Is it Keeve or Kiev?
I believe Keeve, and I'd had to do a little deeper Google on him after showing him show out a little bit tonight. A dude that's a late bloomer. He didn't start playing basketball until high school. He just kind of outgrew. He was a soccer player growing up. He's now stands 6'7". He went to college, played at Wofford for 2 years, and when he first got there was really nothing. Played 13.3 minutes per game as a freshman, improved as a sophomore, averaged 6.9 points, 6.8 rebounds. Then he transferred to Virginia Tech, took a redshirt years, and then played 2 years with the Hokies down there. By his senior year, was averaging 15.8 points, 6.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists. He looks real deal big, like he's NBA size. He was fluid in the way he moved. I like the way he attacked off the dribble a lot, and it feels like there's some touch in his shot. I was really intrigued by him. So he's a guy that was kind of on my radar coming in, and he was far better than I even expected. So very happy with what I saw with Keeve Aluma, and that's definitely a name to watch moving forward.
Yeah.
He's way more athletic than I thought he was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was like dribbling through defenders, getting boards.
Yeah, I liked his game.
I mean,
I liked his game.
I know they gave Justin Edwards the two-way, right? They got to do something about that. They can't let him leave. He looked.
Well, how many? You guys can answer this more than I can. What do they only get? 1 2-way or is it 2 2-way contracts?
Three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that kid, if he continues to play like that, I think, he should be a lock for one of those contracts going into the season because I didn't know much about him, but he stuck out to me almost instantly when he first came in that first quarter. He was all around the basketball, around the rim. It was nice to see. Yeah,
for sure. The takeaways: McCain can still contribute even when not shooting well. We already knew Ricky could play. Agreed. Aluma looked great, 6'9". Where is
this was the next guy I wanted to get to.
Let's do it. Rob, lead us off, man.
Yeah, listen, RJ Hampton, he's an interesting name. There's 2 interesting guards playing in the summer league for them. There's RJ Hampton, and then he didn't play tonight, but there's Romeo Langford, who I'm very intrigued to watch both of these guys. RJ Hampton was one of those kids who he played overseas, forego college, came over, gets drafted in the first round, and just hasn't been able to get his feet. But he's a quick guard. He can handle the basketball a little bit. I thought he did a decent job here for his first game out there. So he's a kid I'm going to continue to watch as the summer league goes on because he's an intriguing prospect. I think he's a very intriguing prospect. Not to be a star ever, but to be maybe a few years down the line, maybe a role player.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw the comment mentioning with Tyrese Maxey there. I can't speak to how close of friends they were, but they definitely both grew up in the Dallas area. And one thing to note is like RJ Hampton was considered the better recruit in comparison to Maxey, right in that same realm. He took the path, as Rob said, to play down in New Zealand for a year professionally and then come back, and then has kind of bounced around the NBA. But I thought he looked solid tonight. The athleticism there. He had one like steal and coast to coast finish that I really like the look of. I wish he could shoot the ball a little better. That's probably going to be the swing for like his NBA future, but certainly a guy to keep an eye on. And I'm surprised to even see him in the summer league setting. So we'll see how things go from here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. That's cool. McCain too wet behind the ears to solve our backup point guard question mark. Too soon. Soon. At least
you should not go into the season with him being your only option at the backup point guard. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think they will, but you got to let that kid grow a little bit.
Yeah, but I definitely like that the Sixers were confident enough to let him show that tonight. Like that's we talked about that as like during the draft process, and maybe he's going to be groomed as like a future Fred VanVleet and all that kind of stuff in the pick and roll and how elite he is at it. He was like 96th percentile back in college, but he didn't. Their sample size was like nothing. So really cool to see that alley-oop to Bona. Awesome.
That Bona dunk was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's too bad, but Tony Bradley won't get one of those three.
You're right. You're right. He won't. You want to know why he won't? Because he's going to get a veteran minimum deal to be on the roster full time, baby. Let's go. Tony Bradley season back again.
I hope not. Williams says 4 years, $7.4 million for Ricky may turn into the best contract in the NBA.
The Hinkie special.
Yeah, for sure. Hampton and Maxey are really close friends. RJ Hampton was on Maxey's podcast about being best friend. I got to check that out.
Does everybody have a podcast from that now? Jesus.
On the Sixers, it seems that way, yes.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez.
Appreciate it, guys. If you're watching us live, please be sure to like.
I was just saying, none of them get the viewership we get right here, though, with EOP, baby. None of them get that.
I would like to see Romeo Langford. I mean, can Ricky play some point guard? I don't know about that.
No. Or you bite your tongue. Don't you ever say that again. Don't you ever say that. You know what? I'm going to have to go make a Tony Bradley shirt now to go along with my Devin White shirt. This is just what I have to do.
Do it.
I'm so glad Rob.
He's got a better shot than Paul Reed right now. I'll give you that. He's got a better shot than Paul Reed.
Tony Bradley, baby. Welcome back.
McCain is impressive, under control. Nobody sped him up. Yeah, I got Kyle Lowry vibes. Like that one coast to coast layup he had.
Which lends me to think, right? We're talking about Sixers still have to fill out their roster. Does Lowry come back on the veteran minimum and almost become a mentor for McCain, this season, and give you that backup point guard that you could put in there in a pinch for a few minutes to give Maxey a rest? I think all signs are pointing towards that, but now that you say that, it would be a very interesting dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Williams said that. Y'all was talking about trading counsel for Dorian. I'd never said that.
No.
KJ Martin we spoke about, but not Ricky. Yeah.
Because that's with the balloon payment and everything else. That was the thought process behind it.
Yeah. And that's to give you cap flexibility to make that kind of move down the line. They're from Dallas. Y'all was talking about including counsel. No, we never said that. I don't know. It wasn't this show or one I was on. RJ Hampton's can get 15 points a game. I think Ricky what's a reasonable expectation for Ricky Council this season?
Like a surefire rotation player, and I would say I'm going to say like a 15 to 20 minute per game guy that he can be a little bit of a stat sheet filler, maybe like a 7.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists type stat line. I think I would be sad. I would be really happy with that.
I'd like to see him be the eighth guy, maybe the third guy off the bench in the rotation. I really want this to work. I want him to work because he gives you, I was actually listening. Ryan. I was listening to Paul George podcast today. I was hearing about some of the things he said. And one of the things he mentioned was that there's a good mix-up of veterans and young guys. And I think Ricky Council can learn a lot from a guy like Paul George, as a wing. And I would love to see Ricky get those minutes and really start to go almost from day one. I mean, I really want to see him work out.
No offense to Paul George, but besides, knowing about Embiid and Maxey, does he even know anybody else on the team? Like,
oh yeah. No, he was naming dudes. He was naming dudes on his podcast. I was actually stunned.
Okay.
He named both rookies. He specifically shouted out Kelly Oubre again because he loves his tenacity.
Obviously.
And said that, every time we played, we used to get into it, but I respect the hell out of him. And not only that, he put his dude on blast because the dude was making fun of the AI statue at the facility. And he went, nah, man, you don't know anything about it. All the statues are that little. I was like, Paul did some homework. Paul did some homework. I was impressed.
All right. I listen, whatever. I'll allow him to have his podcast still.
Yeah. You mean PG-8? Not PG-13, PG-8?
Yeah, that's going to be
PG-8.
Lowry 100% comes back on the min. He's on vacation right now. I'm sure Nick made him a promise to come back. William says Sixers did pretty well in the draft. Where does Ricky ultimately play? I feel like he can play 3 positions. I mean, they're loaded with Oubre and Ricky and Caleb Martin. Like, that's a great problem to have.
Yeah. One we've been wanting for years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. Keep Ricky and Bona. Get rid of the rest of these bums. Whoa. McCain is super overrated. Bro is a brick machine.
Wow.
That seems like a burner. That's somebody's burner account.
That's aggressive for their first summer league game. Comments there.
No,
Clearly he needs to watch Jerry McCain back in high school. I'm just saying that right there.
I'm trying to think of he shot 0 of 6 from 3, but he was still
extra 15.
Still very good from the field.
He was effective all night.
Man, that is aggressive.
That's tough.
All right.
Sorry, Rob. I don't want PG being.
Yeah, why would you want a perennial all-star and guy that was in the top 3 at defensive player of the year after year to mentor one of your wings? That's just a terrible decision.
Maybe Ricky gets eaten alive against the Knicks, but I really wish we could have gotten a baseline. Facts, man. Straight facts. That hurts.
We were pounding the table at the time, but that was even. I don't understand why Nick Nurse didn't say, Ricky, just go run with Josh Hart. Just don't let him be the guy that beats us on the board. Like, that's what Ricky was born to do, is those types of grunt plays, just outwork guys. I would have loved for that to be the case. So hopefully a little more trust from Nick Nurse this year.
And we have seen Ricky in those kind of moments, take the ball and drive to the rack, get to the line. That's what he does. And then there were times when the offense with Embiid off the court, at least he would have gave you a change of pace or gave you something. And that offense dying was just brutal. William, it didn't make sense that Ricky went undrafted. Man, it looks amazing right now. I don't care what my players do off the court. I don't care if they wear or if they dance.
There you go.
The only thing I'll say on that is I didn't like the fact that he did the same little TikTok dance about 8 times in a row. I kept seeing it on my feed. It was like, oh, it's at the draft. It's after the draft. It's in a Sixers uniform. It's
a trend, man. It's a trend now. You got to keep on doing the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah, I was like, listen, the man has millions of TikTok followers, so I guess he's doing it right. So maybe we should all start replicating every one of his.
And you know that the Sixers social media team is loving Jerry McCain right
now.
Oh,
I'm sure they are. Of course they are. The dream come true.
Yeah. It did open my eyes when thinking about Tyrese Maxey, who's a very good NBA player and a very well-liked personality. Jared McCain is massively bigger than him from social media standards for followers and all that. And that was wow, okay. That was shocking to me.
We're going to have the smiliest backcourt in all of the NBA.
Although I'll say this upcoming year, I don't know how much McCain and Maxey see the floor together. If you do that, it better be against a really small guard team because if not, you got a world of trouble on the other end of the floor.
We're going to miss Melton. I really have a feeling we're going to miss Melton, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, but I think McCain's already a better finisher than Melton.
Yeah, I agree with you
For
on that.
sure.
To talk about the defensive side.
Yeah.
The injury risk was the biggest thing for me. Like I did
Yeah.
really like DeAnthony Melton, and in an ideal world wouldn't mind having him. But he also was only like 6'2". Like he's about like McCain size as well. And yes, he had long arms and wingspan and all that. But to pay him $12.8 million, which is what he got with Golden State, for the issues with the back, for me that was just way too big of a risk.
Yeah, it's too much. Nervous. Yeah,
good for him for sure. And hopefully he stays healthy. He could be very good for them if he's able to stay on the court.
You know what I realized?
What's that?
That's
A lot of former Sixers players go off to the same teams. You have Buddy Hield and DeAnthony Melton. Then you look at the Clippers; they got Batum and Obama.
Well, we just keep swapping players with the Clippers.
Yeah.
And also, I'm pretty sure Q just said the most offensive thing I've ever seen. I think it was Q. He said, "Do we have a new top GM in Philly?" Don't disrespect.
Yo, Q is on point tonight. Nail polish night at the Wells Fargo Center. Love it.
Oh yeah, it'll happen.
They're going to do a lot of marketing for the kids, especially. They're going to do a lot of that.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen.
Can't wait for my son to come home and ask me to paint his nails black.
I mean, Kelly Oubre does it too, though. No one talks about that.
That's true.
Who does?
Oubre.
Kelly Oubre.
Oh, yeah, that seems about right, actually.
All right. Let's get into player of the game. I apologize. This is our first post game in a minute, so it's going to have a lot of clips of previous seasons, but here we go. All right, player of the game. We had Tobias Harris in there. We had who else did we have?
Paul Reed.
Paul Reed.
Oh my god.
You had Iverson's jersey. That's going to look nice this season. Can't wait for that.
Yo, that's so awesome. They're going to bring those back this season.
Is that official, or is this still just like
it's just a rumor?
Yeah,
It's a rumor.
It was weird. They gave one to Tyrese Maxey. I'm like, that's got to be what you're doing, right?
There's been other clues throughout the last couple months. I get it, but still,
I just need to figure out whose I'm going to buy with that because I have to buy one
for me.
Yeah.
I was going to say on my show earlier tonight, we argued what jersey Dives would be getting first in the Iverson black style jersey, whether it be Embiid or Maxey.
This is the best comment of the night. If y'all don't give Doc Rivers player of the game,
well, crap. We don't want to lose Larry Love, so I'll take the bullet. He's my player of the game.
By the way, we talked about the Bona jokes. I literally am in a group text. We're talking about the Summer League game, and I just said Bona has real potential. And one of the guys responded, "Had one of them when I woke up this morning."
Listen, he's clearly on the rise.
Like what you did there.
Not this year, but it'll be for the following year.
Well, damn it.
It'll be 25.
No one's waiting that far.
Jersey that I can't wait to put back on, man. I never thought my jersey from 2003.
Right.
All right. So the way player of the game works, we can't pick the same player. We have to go around the horn. Here we go. Ryan, you go first.
All right, I said I would take the bullet. I'll say it's Doc Rivers. I'm here for Larry Love. We're not losing you, buddy. We're not losing you tonight, man. We may lose you some other way, but not tonight. Not on my watch. Doc Rivers, baby.
Doc Rivers for Ryan. Mitch, who you going with?
I got Ricky Council, man. I got Ricky Council. Just his fourth quarter surgeon. Just his fourth quarter, 17 points, the dunks, the threes. Give me that.
Love it.
Ricky Council for me.
Doc, Ricky, Sean.
It's Jared McCain for me. For me, it was just what I wanted to see. He looked comfortable. He was composed, played under control. I'm not worried about the shot. I'm confident that will come around. He will be able to knock it down. The shooting footwork still looked excellent to my eyes, and I believe in the tape from college. So I'm not worried about McCain at all. I like the playmaking hints that he threw the lob there. So Jared McCain for me.
Okay, good.
I can't.
It's going to be a fun season.
All year long.
I'm sitting here thinking of every sexual innuendo for when I bring up his name, and 14 people just throw him out there. But I'm going to go, the Big Bona is my player of the game tonight. And he is, because I fell in love with this style. I love this tenacity, the aggression when he tried to dunk. Even when he missed the first dunk, man, he is a strong dude. So, if Bona's that strong, it's going to be a good night for everyone in the building.
Yeah, he was massive. He was massive.
Oh my god!
It's only night one, folks. Only night one.
Give me Keeve Aluma for my player of the game.
Yeah.
We talked about him during the preview show. Like maybe he could be like a stretch four, like Frank Kaminsky, Grant Williams, a guy that plays solid team defense, not be a liability on switches. Rebound a little bit. He came in with kind of a questionable jump shot, but man, he looked really solid. He was 5 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. I thought he was nimble and more athletic than I pegged him to be. So give me Keeve Aluma, who could be the surprise of this summer league. Let's go to some comments. Bona looked like Apollo Creed out there. Brand new Sixers fan here. All
What
Philly
up,
needed
Cal?
was PG8. Forget Boston now. Let's get to
Get him back.
I'm just enjoying the positive vibes. That's honestly
Wait, real quick. I forgot. I thought of another one. That Bona, he's really got a good head on his shoulders.
A Bona with shoulders. That's impressive.
All right, let's get to our grades for the game.
Won't you give me sweetness and light for my restless mind? Please give me a way to escape this world gone astray. You could give me a little peace of mind in these troubled times.
My God, the Furcon.
Did you really have to give me? I literally felt insulted that there were 2 Furcon Cork Maz highlights on that.
I think there was
I was insulted. I actually was insulted.
That was so bad. Danny Green was in that. Lord.
You got to replace all of them with Bona. You put Bona.
Bona, Bona, Bona.
All right, let's get
He's
to
better in the
grades.
morning.
A to F. Sean,
You know who I just kind of thought. You know who you could do a jersey swap with? Greedy Dick.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on, it's bound to
That's a
happen.
strong
Right.
jersey
That's
swap.
That's not as good as his last jersey swap. If
Yeah,
you've
with
seen it.
Anthony Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's beating that. Nothing's beating that.
That's a good one.
Oh, guys, keep them coming. This is hilarious.
Bonanza.
Crazy.
You know, Pat. You know, Pat's gonna be. You know, that's Pat's gonna be his favorite player now.
Yeah.
All right. Sean, A to F. How would you grade the
Yeah, this is
JQ
stri-
for the summer?
Straight up A for me. That
Yep.
checked just about every box I was looking for. Ricky Council showing when he needed to, was comfortable with how Jared McCain played. We got a couple surprises with like Keeve Aluma. We're gonna have to figure out how to nail that name, but I believe Keeve Aluma. But all those guys, the Bona jokes are writing themselves. Overall successful night for the fellas.
I agree. These comments are just killing me. I'm going to piggyback off of Sean. This is A plus. I cannot believe that we actually got to see a decent chunk of Jared McCain on ball, and that was the big thing I wanted to see. And I'm excited to hear that Jeff Dowtin will not be going to the Las Vegas Summer League, and we'll see more McCain on ball. So that was really fun for me. Straight A all the way. Rob, how'd you grade it?
I grade the game an A and our comments an A++ tonight. But honestly,
Bradley.
yeah, I almost gave the game a B because there was no Tony Bradley, but I'll give it an A because listen, these young guys, they showed up, they played well, and to see the rookie council fourth quarter that we got to see was very, very, very exciting to see. So A all around to him and everybody in this chat today. You guys were phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, it's amazing. Ryan.
Yeah, listen, this is an easy A. Was it perfect? No, but we saw everything that we really were looking for. We saw a lot out of Springer, and yeah, I think the two rooks, the drafted rooks, that is. I thought they had really good games for the first time out, and I'm excited to kind of see them, explode.
Bona needs to lean into this. He's got to accept this and lean into it and become part of it. That's how you win over. That's how you win over this fan base.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Could there be, like, instead of bricking for chicken, there could be a bricking for bricked up for Bona? I mean, something like that.
I'm not going there. I was going to be too far. I'm not going to say it. I had one rolling around. I said, no. There might be like 3 or 4 kids out there. I'm not going to do it.
The Bona brand.
Oh, yeah. Bricked up for Bona.
Mitch, how would you grade it?
It's just going to be a straight up A from me. Just a great game from top to bottom. Really impressed with Jared McCain's hustle, especially on the defensive side of this game. They were mostly in a zone throughout the night, but I loved Jared McCain's game throughout. So, A for me.
All right, guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow night. Let's throw it around and
that's a good one.
plugs, final thoughts. Ryan, lead us off, man.
Great show tonight, as always. The comments section always bringing it. We do appreciate y'all. But if you're out there and you have not subscribed to EOP, please make sure you do. Bona and Pumper. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna make a joke about Bona being, he was good inside the paint and outside, and then when he went back inside and then back outside, no, but I won't say it.
But he makes a joke anyway.
But yeah, you can find me here every Monday. I got the 6 o'clock football smack talk show. We got the normal 9 when there's not a Sixers Summer League game going on. For Party on Broad, and then tomorrow the best Eagles show in the nation, Birds of the Round Table. If I knew what the name of it was called, at 8 o'clock. So check that out tomorrow, and then don't forget the best college football show every Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just completely lost it.
Yeah, I had a feeling not a single person listened to a single.
I'm crying, guys. Mitch, anything you want to plug to?
Yep. Fly Like an Eagle on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Philly 500 is going to be my special guest, so it's going to be a big show. Make sure you all tune in and subscribe to Mitch Toxie. Follow me on Twitter and the Hardcore Sports Network.
All right. Sean.
Yeah. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Sean_Bernard1. Check out the content over on Sixers Digest. Been pumping out some videos all over on there. And stay tuned for this weekend. Heading out to Vegas on Friday. So excited to take in Summer League from a first-person perspective. Get some quotes and videos and everything else I can get my hands on out there. So should be a lot coming at that point.
That's TV star, Sean. Okay, that's a TV star right there, baby.
Right. That's right.
All right. Well,
Oh, wow.
Listen, I'm just very excited to have a guy to be the backup Bona. I think that's going to be a win for us. But anyway, with that, you catch me here every Monday night, 9 o'clock, Party on Broad, or Bona nickname session, whatever the hell you want to call it now. Might have to change the name of the show. But also you can catch me Thursday nights, 6:30 with PSD, Philadelphia Sports Disorder. I actually did a live one on 4th of July thinking like 3 people were going to watch, and we had 80 people watching it live on the 4th of July. So very special, thank you. We're trying to build this thing from the ground up. So please tune in Thursdays at 6:30. I don't know if I could have this much fun by myself making Bona jokes, but damn it, I'm going to try this week. I'll tell you that right now. So tune in 6:30 for that.
It was one of the all-time comments shows ever. If you love the NFL draft, like Ryan said, we did a Heisman power ranking show last night, getting ready. I can't, guys. We were wrapping it up. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please like this video. We'll be back tomorrow night for more Sixers post game and Birds of the Round Table. Thank you, everyone, for watching. He's Brian. He's Mitch. He's Rob. He's Sean. I'm Dive. Stay awesome.